What's actually working in 2025 for land investors when we talk about acquisitions? How do you get leads? How do you get deals under contract? And if you're still sending out mailers like in 2020 or 2022 or 2018 or whatever, then you're wasting money because the game has changed drastically over the past 2, 3 years now. And the reasons for that are three things. The first is that we had a massive shift in the real estate market through rising interest rates. And suddenly, this whole market for us land investors of home builders and like people that want to build their house has broken away, right? Because people just can't afford like houses for $700,000, $800,000 anymore. The second thing what happened is, and we're going to go in all of this, but the second thing what happened, we have AI and technology being more important than ever in the game. And the third thing has happened, we have massively, drastically more people entering the market because there's more and more gurus out there that teach this method. So these are the three things you're dealing with, right? And what does that mean for us? So first of all, when you run marketing right now, like really important for you is the top of the funnel. You need to be able to determine which markets are going to. Like just sending randomly like mailers to out of state owners in a certain county will not move the needle because what you get is all the little shitty, nitty gritty lots that will be a majority of that leads you receive that you don't want and can never make a deal out of. So the first things through this shifting market is be pretty much aware what property deals are working in 2025. And for us, what we are seeing is two types of deals. First of all, it's smaller deals under $30,000, $35,000. Majority of this properties where you can put like any kind of a mobile home, an RV or whatever on there, or build like a cheap house, right? And a lot of these lots are selling on owner financing because people are looking for affordable living resources right now, affordable places to live. The second property type we see moving a lot are bigger parcels out in the country for hunting, recreational activities, development, whatever it is. But these buyers are cash, right? And mostly the deal stuck a little bit longer in the market, and but therefore you will make bigger profits. So you can play two plays in 2025, right? It can be smaller lots for affordable living. They turn fast. They give you a lot of like recurring revenues through owner financing sales, or you can go in bigger lots, which means for you a little bit of a different game. Most of the time you need to buy them, but be aware of that. And when you pull your data top of the funnel, use one of these amazing tools like Land Insights or the Land Portal or whatever is out there to really select the markets that rock and then pull the best data you can get. Data that filters out like any kind of lots with no road access, too much wetlands, too much flood zone, too much slope, whatever. All of that technology is available. And if you don't use it, start using it, you're wasting a bunch of your marketing money on lots that you will never make a deal on anyway. So you're wasting money on that thing. So be pretty much aware of what you put top of the funnel, right? The second thing is it's no longer about who screams the loudest. It's about who connects the fastest. What do I mean by that? Like there was a major shift in the past couple of years going away from direct mail, which was for many years the major source of lead of acquisitions, right, of lead generation, to cold calling and texting. And when you're cold calling and texting, the game is different. First of all, you reach different demographics, right? And we'll come to that a little bit later. But the most important thing is it's really easy for a seller on the other side to respond to a text message or to a call and give information saying, make me an offer. So what is really important for you are two steps right now. The first one is when you get a lead that raises the hand and your team identifies the lead, speed to lead is now everything. Because the first conversations on call or on text messaging is so like there is no relationship. It's so easy to do it. The people, don't have like a deep relationship with you. And through now acting fast, calling that lead in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, maximum 15 minutes after you had an initial hand raiser on a call or on a on a text message is super important. This is where I see a lot of people wasting money, because when you play the direct mail game from 5-7 years ago, I call them tomorrow, right? That will no longer work anymore. When you are doing texting and when you're doing call calling, you need to be fast. The second thing is what you need to do now is on this call, like really elite qualification. Sellers today are more informed than ever about land investors and what they're doing, right? They're more informed about like everything that's going on. So what you really need to find out in this qualification call, am I dealing with a lead that has a problem that I can solve, that he is willing to accept an offer that's below market value, right? You want to make this pain identification and see, is there somebody on the other end of the line that has a problem you can solve with selling this property fast below market value? And this is where I see a lot of people struggling. When I ask in our community, right, like when people come with a property to me, oh yeah, I don't know, like said, okay, first of all, what is the seller's why to sell? What is the pain you're solving for him? And most of the people can tell me that. So this is where lead qualification goes wrong, right? Because what you do now is when you don't qualify here, you spend a lot of time now in the offer follow-up, having those calls where you get yelled at, where people tell you like, hey, you're an asshole, like whatever it is, right? Like you're robbing my property and all this. Like everybody had these conversations. But when you do a really good qualification, asking good question, what's the pain I solve? You set yourself up for a better closing call, and also you set yourself up to have like a better conversation down the line, because you will save drastically a lot of time by just focusing now further on in your funnel on talking to sellers that are highly qualified and have a high motivation to sell. So see this qualification call as that what it is, a qualification call. And for you, it's a qualification. Do I want to work closely with them, or do I just want to make them like an offer or an information about what I can offer them that they can make a decision to then reach out, right? And that's the second thing. The whole money that we spend up front, I see people struggling with, they do more text messaging, more call calling and all that, but what they don't do is this consistent follow-up. Right? Like follow-up and nurture system are like in 2025 a must-have for every land investor. There's beautiful CRM systems out there. If you're working with us on the land autopilot side, we even have AI qualification agents and all that stuff, right? Like you need to have follow-up systems on these conversations, especially for your cold leads that you don't want to have on a call with, but you want to inform them at least, hey, you're still here. This is what you're willing to offer, because guess what? People's life change. There's life events happening every 6 months on average, right? So maybe when you are still in the loop, still contacting them through an email, through text message, through maybe a phone call every half year, whatever it is, then you set the bar to stay in people's minds to be there. And I see a lot of people struggling with that, right? Like really build this follow-up system. Let's go a little bit into this comparison of lead generation. What can you do? And there's literally 4 things. There's texting, call calling, direct mail, neutral letters, blind offers, and JV networks that you have. Generally, texting is the fastest and cheapest way per lead to produce new leads. But what it also is, the relationship you build on a text message is super low, right? It's really great to explore new markets, to explore new opportunities, but you need to be fast and fast acting, have your system set up for that. Same as for call calling, right? It's a little bit more expensive than texting, but still pretty cheap. You have like a little bit of a deeper relationship because you have somebody talking with you on the other side, right? Like, so you can bring some tonality and all that, like your call calling team. And it's also good to explore markets, to have like a general lead flow. This is what I think. But really what brings the results on that is the fast outreach. Then after they raise their hand, I want an offer, that you do this lead qualification. Direct mail is, for me, still a route to go in 2 capacities, right? You can do 2 things with direct mail. You can send neutral letters, you can send blind offers. Blind offers, more work up front on the data, right? You have data tools. We can make the exact blind offers today. It's super possible. You can have hyper-targeted campaigns and just people really offer what they want. And the same as with neutral letters. The relationships through a letter is always much deeper than the relationships through cold calling or texting, because you're not an anonymous caller anymore. You send something from your company with how they have something in their hand. They made the decision to call you, to send your contract. So there's a deep relationship, but it's also the most expensive way of outreach. The fourth thing, how you can generate leads, is through local relationships, through partnerships, through networks you have and you can build, where the costs are really low, right? To get that, it's just like a relationship, phone calls. The connection level is really, really high, but you need time to build that up, right? So here's my take on that. In today's world, omni-channel marketing is the way it works. It's not texting or call calling or mail or whatever. It's all of this combined. You want to explore new markets with texting and call calling for fast feedback, but you will also just hit a certain demographics of sellers with that, people that are used to their phone that do that. So you ignore all that sellers that, don't have like a phone line or whatever, don't want to on the phone, right? So when you find out through texting and call calling, hey, there's great markets, then you want to send direct mail, postcards, whatever in this markets to go deeper, because you also lose a lot of data while you're doing texting and call calling through the skip tracing process, and you just talk to that people you reach. So a good strategy is identifying the markets, going deeper with mail, doing additional strategies to build your brand then in these markets. Once you identify and are successful in certain markets, do Facebook advertising, do Google advertising, do Facebook, do TV ads, do radio, just that people know and like and trust you in that area that's producing deals for you. So what I want to encourage you is like use text messaging, call calling to explore market, but when you identify markets that are working great, go deep. Build follow-up sequences, pull the right data on top of the funnel. And with that three things, and the qualification call, sorry, let's not forget that. But with these 4 or 5 things, you will rock your acquisitions in 2025, because the game has changed, but there is still a lot of money to be made. I wish you good luck. And if you ever want to explore how this can be a fully managed process for you, hit us up for a call in the Land Autopilot. That's exactly what we do for our customers as a full white glove service.